A long time ago, and I'm sure she's not in the crowd here tonight because you moved to South Surrey, but we'll deal with that later. Anyway, I wrote this song on the mandolin, and we were playing the Strawberry Mountain Festival that week.
Strawberry Mountain. I don't remember that.
No, he doesn't remember. You were too young. You were there, but you don't remember that. And Seals and Crofts stole our van so they could go get, I think it was an acoustic guitar from Seattle or something. So we're sitting out there in the mud at midnight, and Rod Stewart and the Faces were about to go on. And we sat in the back seat with Rod and Ronnie, and it was a rented Mercury Marquis station wagon with wood paneling. And I think they were more interested in the girl I was with, but anyway, that's all right. We had a lovely little time, and I pulled out my mandolin and said, Rod, baby, I'm here to do you a favor. This song belongs on your next album. He didn't quite agree with that, but it did go on the, it went on Seeds of Times recordings, and Hans Stamer did a version of this, and it ended up on a Prism Sea Forever Eyes album. But I was living in London shortly thereafter, and it was just the two little parts. I'll let you know when we get to the part that we're talking about here, but there was the two main parts. And I was starving to death in London, sleeping on Long John Baldry's couch. And I got a parcel at the post office at Trafalgar Square, and it was a cardboard box about that big. So I opened it up, and there was a smaller cardboard box. And I opened that up, and there was a smaller cardboard box. So sitting in Trafalgar Square, surrounded by cardboard boxes, I finally got down to this little Maybelline makeup box and pulled out a little 3-inch reel-to-reel reel with tape on it, and a note saying, "Hope you don't mind, we wrote a bridge for this." I took it over to a friend's place and put on this version of a song called Nickels and Dimes.
Oh my God.